I've been asked many times, how do you write funny mysteries? I've written 47 plays, all of which have humor in them, and everything I've ever written has had humor. You can't learn how to write humor. It has to come from the soul. You have to find what makes you laugh, and then you have to give it to others. In my case, it's a sane person in an absurd situation. My main character is the straight man always, but the humor goes on in her head. And I learned that from a very smart editor named Carolyn, who is also a dear friend and beats me up regularly. And I do enjoy it occasionally, because she's always right. But she said, never ever try to do third-person humor. It's just not your voice. So I took an entire manuscript and changed it from third person, which was terrible, to first person, which was fabulous. But don't ever do that, because it's horrible. It's a terrible experience. So I found my voice in humor. You can find your voice in humor. If something makes you laugh, that's what you need to start with. That's my advice to you. Make it laugh.
I'm always amazed at this group whenever I hear that someone's working on a book and it took them 3 months to do, or it took them, you know, like Carolyn. She is always, she's got 3 books that she's writing, and she gets them done real quick. And my book started back when I was in college. Yeah, 1993, sitting in a creative writing class, and the teacher's like, I need you to write a short story. And that short story ends up becoming a novel that has stuck with me for the last 30 years almost. And I'm still not able to get it going, but the characters keep living back here. So for people who are struggling with writing, I always get asked, you know, what's your inspiration and why do you keep doing it? And I keep asking myself, why do I keep doing that? One, I have a really great critique group that will read something and tell you, this sucks, or this is great. And then if you're in a deadpan, I mean, if you're in a dead writer's block, they're throwing out ideas at you that you didn't see. Some of them you're going, no, that ain't gonna work. I'm not going there. The other ones you go, there's that kernel that I didn't even see that a reader is gonna pick up on that I as a writer didn't see it because I planted something that I didn't know. So my suggestion for anyone who's writing is keep doing it. Those characters are not going to leave your head until they're on a piece of paper. And trust your support group, because they know, because they're readers, and your readers are going to let you know when you get done. Now, one of the things that I experienced on one of the anthologies, my first one here at Malice, is I started writing a story, and I needed to get some verification on whether or not the police would be involved locally, or if the FBI would be involved in the situation. Because in my story, body parts were being placed on eBay to be sold. And my editor, Miss Carolyn McSparron, said, you need to double check that. So I did what anyone did. I called eBay and I said, excuse me, but I was wondering, if I were to sell body parts on eBay, would that alert the local police or the FBI? Well, the little Indian guy goes, excuse me, you have body you wish to sell on eBay? And I was like, no. You say, I'm a writer, and I'm trying to write a story. And he goes, hold please. And so I'm sitting there going, okay, great. And then this other lady, this little Asian lady, gets on the phone, and I explain to her I'm writing a story, trying to figure out if it's the local police or if it's the FBI. And she's like, so you have body you wish to sell? And I said, well, she goes, before I could even open my mouth, she's like, what's your account, please? And I'm going, I haven't used my eBay account since 1998 when my mom wanted me to order a juicer for her online. So I tell her my name. I'm like, I give her my email address, Lynn Maples at AOL. She looks at it, she goes, your account has not been used in more than a decade. And I'm like, yeah, hold please. And I'm like, what? Why am I being held? So I'm holding for like 30 minutes, and finally I get this British woman who, in my mind, I'm picturing, the Dowager from Downton Abbey speaking to me, and I tell her exactly. I'm like, look, apparently, I'm not getting it. I'm a writer. I just need to know if my character, who wants to sell something on eBay, which happens to be body parts, if that would get the local or the FBI involved. And the woman pauses, and she's like, well, have you read our policy online about body parts and bio? I said, yes, I have. I said, but it doesn't tell me if the local police would be involved. And so she gave an explanation, and I clarified to her that I was not selling a body part online. And she laughed and she says, well, I will tell you this much, after she gave me the details and said that it would actually be the local police who would be involved in that crime. And that she said this would be perfect water cooler talk around the eBay office. So thank you, Carolyn. Thank you very much.